All right, here with Trenton Thunder manager Shawn Chacon. Team's on the road back from Williamsport, Pennsylvania to Trenton, New Jersey now. Shawn, tough weekend results-wise, getting swept by the Crosscutters. But you guys now heading back. I also want to start off by saying Happy Father's Day to you on the air here. Let's talk about, I don't know, what being a father means to you and how it's been.
Well, thank you, Travis. Thank you. Being a father, shoot, it means everything. It means, the responsibility, the love, the nurturing. It's tough being on the other side of the country away from my kids right now, but I got about 32 replacements here with the team, so I keep my fatherly skills tight, which keeps sharpened.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, going into the weekend, you had a tough Thunder blowout loss, 14-2 Friday night, and then two close losses last night, 6-5, today 5-3. Guys had leads. I noticed Friday night, the game got away in the second inning, 9-run second lead for Williamsport there. Kind of touched on that, how that game kind of got away, but I guess.
It was, overall, we played pretty decent baseball. If you think about it, that second run 9 inning, that's one of those innings that, you could let, put the whole cloud over the whole road trip, but, it just doesn't define the team or how we played. So, that game, of course, was tough. We had Preston Prince who, had been going to showcases and traveling and stuff like that. So, a little bit of a challenge flying in the night before, stepping out, pitching, and no excuses. But Preston he's a competitor. Things didn't go his way. Unfortunately for us right now, it's like, just things tend to snowball. Things tend to, not bounce our way, if you will. And that happens to every team at some point during the season, sometimes, more than once. So for me, I just look at the positive, and I look at, why we're here, to develop these guys, to help them learn, to help them, strengthen their skills and mind, emotions, stuff like that. And that's literally what it's been. So, that game is one of those games you tend to wash away, leave a bad taste in your mouth, but we bounce back, the following game. And, when you have a kid like Miguel Sime, starting for you, it tends to energize the team, and you could tell everybody, was in it. And then again, things kind of snowballed for us a couple innings there. Williamsport, definitely give credit to that's a veteran team. They veteran hitters, very experienced, very well coached. And, they're a challenge anyway, so all credit to them. But, we were in the last two games and leading in the last two games. The pitching progressively is getting better. Right now we're struggling with, free passes, putting guys on base and staff. And that's kind of biting us in the leg, for lack of a better term, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'll ask you about. Miguel Sime, some more here. Like you mentioned, he threw 4 innings, just 1 hit allowed, 6 Ks last night. Following the feed, some videos, put it out about draft league accounts, fastball up to 100, again, high 90s sitting, mixing that curveball later in the outing. Touched on, you've seen him in person now twice, and what you see from Sime more.
I mean, the first thing you notice with this kid is just his makeup, his character, his respect for everybody, and just the way he holds himself. Like, he's a presence, and he's quiet. His eyes are open, his ears are open, his mouth is closed. You know what I mean? That's just moving around. Now when you see him on the mound, you see a composure in the kid that's just very rare at his age.
Yeah, 18 years old, mentioned.
Yeah, and it's calm, collected, like coolness. And I don't know if that comes from, when you have 100 in your pocket, but, he doesn't overuse it. It's just he's been well coached. He's been raised, perfectly by parents. And, so for me, It was awesome to be able to watch him work. He was dominant this game. I mean, forget about the 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Like, he pitched at different speeds with his fastball. He threw it breaking balls, and behind an account. He threw it ahead of the count. Kept hitters off bounds. He was a pitcher, not a thrower. And when you throw 100, it's, I know for me anyway, it'd be hard not to be just there back at left feet. So,
yeah.
The kid's got some polish on him already.
Yeah, so he mixed in the changeup as well, 3-pitch mix in his arsenal.
Yeah, throwing the changeup. He just has that innate idea how to pitch. It's just in him. The tools and the physical presence, that's a blessing. What's going to get him over the hump and shorten his learning curve and shorten his journey and path to the big leagues is his character and makeup.
Yeah.
Got it. He's got it.
Gotcha. It's awesome. Let's go on to Jude Avedessa. Came back today. Got to start today. Again, he said being away from the team during the week visits. And then today, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, no earned run, 6 Ks is the line. Touched on Jude's out today. There, Shawn?
Hello?
Yes, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, I was asking about Jude's outing today. 5 innings, a hit, no earned runs, 6 Ks.
Yeah, I was saying, you look at Miguel Cime, then you look at Jude, and it's two totally different pitchers, but Jude was equally as dominant today. It was fun to watch. He's a firecracker. He's got this energy about him, this desire to compete, and his stuff is filthy. He's not overpowering, but again, he knows how to pitch. His sinker, his change of speeds, his command, his sharp. Today he was exactly what we needed to end the road trip, and at least put us in a position to win. And he did that today for sure.
Awesome, great stuff. Yeah, I mean, Avedessa's had a great start. 11 third innings, 4 runs, 2 earned, 14 Ks so far for Trenton, 1.59 ERA. Just a position player and asked about, you haven't talked much, outfielder Aaron Graber, big 2-run game time double today. It's all been playing real well so far.
Yeah, Graber's had a tough bout of luck, I would say. The first game of the series, having him back, he was so pumped, so ready to go. And I'll tell you what, his batting practice was on another level, man. And I'm saying I've seen a lot of big league BP. And his is up there. Like, his BP is loud. This kid's got big league power. And then he stole the base, got the shortstop from Williamsport, dropped his knee, and hit Graber in his head. So he was, kind of shook him up, kind of slowed that momentum for him. So I was happy today to see him bounce back after a day and get a big hit when we needed it. And I think, for his confidence and what he's been going through, you got to give him, because he's seen it and he's battling.
Yeah, it's awesome. We talked about how you kind of say guys don't want them to get frustrated about popping up, striking out, or mad because it shows baseball. What are kind of your message, advice to the guys right now who are struggling so far to start the season, both pitchers or position guys? They've had success elsewhere right now, not going their way. So how do you kind of handle that with them?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult because we're all competitors, even us coaches, and we're having to even remind ourselves of that. Like, hey, we chose this, and what we're doing is bigger than wins and losses. So, just think of it as a process. One of the things the fellas are tossing around is kind of a theme for the season process, and it's kind of a joke going their heads out, or they're maybe kind of making. We kind of it up by just reminding them, hey, process, it's the process. It's all about the journey, and remember what game you chose. So I think it helps. I know it helps me, when it seems to be struggling with win-loss. My right there is, it's part of the game, but also, like, our losses are coming in their development. You know what I mean? So right now, everybody's winning in my mind.
Yeah, it's awesome. Definitely trusting the process and keep doing day-to-day work. Good things will come in the long run for the guys and the team. And I saw Paulo Norris played second base today. He started there.
Yeah.
Field today.
Yeah, so, we're trying to figure out Paolo. And, he was pretty decent as a pitcher, but, we got to see him take batting practice and take infield during our first workouts. And there's no doubt in our minds that he could play on the infield. Like, he just had that way about him. So it was just a matter of finding the right time and the right spot to give him some work there. And today, I gotta say, like, we were all pretty impressed, man. Like, he, other than not actually getting a hit, like, he had great at bats. He put the barrel on the ball, made great plays on defense. And honestly, you're going to see more. There's going to be more of him.
Gotcha. Cool. Now, just thoughts on being in Williamsport, the Journey Bank Ballpark, historic Bowman Field. Played at MLB Little Classic there. How's that stadium ballpark?
That stadium is so nice, man. The surface, just the energy, how the lights, everything's set up, top notch. Guys got to play on a big league surface, basically, and I don't know about it. Even the way it held rain in the outfield.
Gotcha.
The guys that maintain it, it's a pearl.
Awesome. It's great. Now, I want to talk to you about your coaches, Ron Perrinan, hitting coach, Bobby Jones, pitching coach. I want to talk to them when you get back home in person. Just opening thoughts or your thoughts kind of just about on Ron and Bobby, what they've done for the team.
They're doing a great job. Listen, Ron's been around for, this might be his 5th or 6th season. I can't remember his league. So, he understands fully, again, why we're here. What he is to the players and the influence he's had so far has been tremendous. Our hitters have been, guided but quietly by Ron, because he recognizes when to grab them and teach, and when to sit back and let them learn. So he's got a good balance of figuring that out. Our hitters, they've been our strongest part of our team so far. So that's a credit to him as well.
Awesome. Pitching coach Bobby Jones, job he's done so far, his first year.
Yeah, Bobby's done an amazing job. The hardest part about being a pitching coach when you come to this league is trying to rein in these arms and, keep these kids under, or come in trying to come in, without the right guidance as far as who they are as a pitcher and the scheduled pitching. So there's challenges when you have, 14, 15 pitchers and, you're trying to figure out when is the best time to pitch this guy and like what kind of rest. And, there's a lot of variables. So Bobby's done a great job in adjusting to the style of league we have here. And it's, from my experience, it's definitely different from, what we're used to in affiliated at pro ball.
Gotcha. It's awesome. Guys, we're right now en route. I mentioned before at the beginning of the interview here, back to Trenton. We have an off day tomorrow. What's kind of how's the health of the team? How's the health doing? And kind of mindset, mentality of the guys coming back home?
I think the guys are good, man. Like I said, we have a bunch of older, experienced guys. Again, reminding them they chose this game. This is what comes with it. But I do think everybody's hitting this little fatigue part of this season, the draft league, specifically coming off of road trips. So, a couple guys banged up. Massey's got a little thumb, that he's been nursing the last couple of days, but he'll be back. Potternack had to be scratched with, a sore hamstring. So we tell these guys, just, it's okay to sit back, take a rest, and come back and get them. The last thing we want to do is, have some major injury right before the draft. So we're coming in, Milwaukee wounded a little bit, but the day off is right on time.
Yeah, how's the excitement to be back in Trenton, face off against the West Virginia Black Bears, their first place team in the draft league, and it's excitement to come back to Trenton, playing in front of the home crowd?
I think, for proper excited guys are. They're so even keel and all right, who's next? But yeah. I think once, they get into it and, kind of come back after the day off, they're going to be stoked. Virginia's a really good team. They're well coached. And again, we're we haven't seen them though, and we're coming off. Our team's good. Let me know. It's like, don't get it twisted. Like we're taking L's, we're doing this and that, but our team's good. We have the right leadership. We have the right things. We're just kind of figuring everybody out, figuring out the rest too. So I expect a really competitive series when West Virginia comes down.
Awesome. Love the sound of that. Yeah, like I said, haven't got wins and losses right now, 4-7. But you said a lot of talent on this team coming together. First 11 games, a lot of ball we played left for the Thunder. And again, Shawn, thanks for your time. Again, on the bus ride here, so if guys a little in and out, apologize, but we're making it work best we can here. Doing this interview, Thunder manager Shawn Chacon. Again, right now Thunder 4-7. We return home off day tomorrow. We face off against the West Virginia Black Bears starting Tuesday night at home at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. All right, thanks for your time, Shawn.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Travis. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.